Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskrityam Naram Chaivam Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Chayam Udhirayet Nastaprishu Apatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamas Loke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Samhitam Uttama Shloka Charitam Chakara Bhagavan Rishi Nishreyasaya Lokasya Danyam Svastenam Maha Krishne Svatamapakate Dharmakyani Visaha Kalonastati Sammesa Purunarkodunoditaha Kam karoti vachalam pangum langayati karim yat kripatam mahamate shikarum dinataranam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today we read from Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 18th chapter, text 12. We also read the other text, reciting this one. Yatatva purvati vibhushana yudhai abhyakta chitvakta madharayatari pabhuvate naiva sabhamano vatu Sampashyato divyakatir yathanataha. Yat, which, tat, that, vapu, transcendental body. Pati, manifests, vibhushana, with regular ornaments. Ayudha, and with weapons. Avyakta, unmanifested. Chit Bhaktyam, spiritually manifested. Adharayat, assumed. Hari, the Lord. Babhuva, immediately became. Tena, with that. Eva, certainly. Saha, he, the Lord. Vamana, dwarf. Vatu, a brahmana, a brahmachari. Sampashyato, while both his father and mother were seeing. Divya Gati, whose movements are wonderful. Yatha, as. Natha, a theatrical actor. Translation, purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Yeah, I know. You want to recite them? Yes. First this one, because this is the recitation verse and with the purport, and then we go through all 6. Okay? You will hear. But that's the verse with the purport. So we always recite this verse and then the previous connection with that. The Lord appeared in his original form, with ornaments and weapons in his hands. Although this ever-existing form is not visible in the material world, he nonetheless appeared in this form. Then, in the presence of his father and mother, he assumed the form of Vamana, a Brahmana dwarf, a brahmachari, just like a theatrical actor. Purport. The word nata is significant here. An actor changes dress to play different parts, but is always the same man. Similarly, as described in the Brahma Samhita 5.33 and 39, the Lord assumes many thousands and millions of forms. Advaitam Achyutyam Anadim Ananta Rupam Adyam Purana Purusham. He is always present with innumerable incarnations. Ramadi Murti Shukala Niyamena Tishtan Nanavataram Akaro Bhuvaneshu Kintu. 539. Nonetheless, although he appears in various incarnations, they are not different from one another. He is the same person, with the same potency, the same eternity, and the same spiritual existence, but he can simultaneously assume various forms. When Vamanadev appeared from the womb of his mother, he appeared in the form of Narayana, with 4 hands equipped with the necessary symbolic weapons, and then immediately transformed himself into a brahmachari, Vatu, or Batu. This means that his body is not material. One who thinks that the Supreme Lord assumes a material body is not intelligent. He has to learn more about the Lord's position, as confirmed in the Bhagavad-Gita 4.9, Janma Karma Chame Divyam Evam Yaveti Tatvataha. One has to understand the transcendental appearance of the Lord in his original transcendental body, Satchitananda Vigraha. So now we go back to the 5 verses before, beginning with 6. Yeah. 6. Tvadasyam savitati madyandina gaton ripa vichaya namasa prokta yasyam chanva vidur hare. O King, when the Lord appeared on Dvadasi, the 12th day of the moon, waxing moon, the sun was at the meridian. As every learned scholar knows, this Dvadasi is called Vichaya. What is your name? Vichai or Vichaya? Vichaya? Vichai. That's something else. Huh? Shankha Dundubhayo Nedur Mridanga Panavanaka Chitra Vaditra Turyanam Nirgochas Tumulo Bhavat. Conchs, kettle drums, panavas, and anakas vibrated in concert. The sound of these and various other instruments was tumultuous. Pritas Chapsarason Rityan Gandharva Prabharachaku Tushtuvur Munayo Deva Manava Pitarognayaha. Being very pleased, the celestial dancing girls, Apsaras, danced in jubilation. The best of the Gandharvas sang songs, and the great sages, demigods, Manus, Pitas, and fire gods offer prayers to satisfy the Lord. Sita Vidyadhara Gana Sankhim Purusha Kinara Charana Yaksha Rakshamsi Suparna Puchagotamaha Gayanto Ti Prashamsanto Nrityanto Vipudhanukaha Aditya Ashrama Padam Kusumai Sammavakiran. The Sitas, Vidyadharas, Kimpurushas, Kinaras, Charanas, Yakshas, Rakshasas, Suparnas, the best of serpents, and the followers of the demigods, all showered flowers on Aditi's residence, covering the entire house while glorifying and praising the Lord and dancing. 11. Trishtva titistam nichakarva sambhavam param pumam sammudam apavismitha grihita deham nicha yoga mayaya prajapatishchaha chayeti vismitaha. When Aditi saw the Supreme Personality of Godhead who had appeared from her womb, having accepted the transcendental body by his own spiritual potency, she was struck with wonder and was very happy. Upon seeing the child, Prajapati Kashyapa exclaimed, Jaya, Jaya, in great happiness and wonder. And that's the verse here. Yatatva purvati vibhushana yudhai avyakta chitvakta madharayatari babhuvate naiva savamanovatu sampashyato jivyakatir yatanataha. The Lord appeared in his original form, with ornaments and weapons in his hands. Although this ever-existing form is not visible in the material world, he nonetheless appeared in this form. Then, in the presence of his father and mother, he assumed the form of Vamana, a Brahmana dwarf, a brahmachari, just like a theatrical actor. Om Agyatyamranyasya Kananchana Salakayam Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasma Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manopistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam. That's Dash Avatar Stotram. Jayadev Goswami describes Vamana avatar. Jala Yasi Vikrama Nebalim Adbhuta Vamana Padanaka Nirachanita Chana Pavana Keshavatrita Vamana Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare. O Keshava, Lord of the universe, all glories to you, Lord Hari, who has assumed the form of a dwarf Brahmana, Vamana. By your massive steps, Trivikrama, Vikrama, you deceive King Bali, and by the Ganga water that has emanated from the nails of your lotus feet, you deliver all living beings within this world. This is like a verse on Vamana Appearance Day, although this is in Bhadra Purnima, that means after Krishna, when is it, in August, September, that's the Bhadra Purnima. Vamana Dev, Lord Vamana, appeared in Bhadra Purnima and Dvadasi. It's very interesting, this Bhadra Purnima. There's so many appearance days. There's the appearance day of Vamana Dev first on Dvadasi. Then there is appearance day of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur on Trayodasi. Then there is Haridas Thakur disappearance day and Chaturdasi. And then there is the Purnima, Bhadra Purnima, where the full moon day, where the glorious Bhagavatam, when it is distributed on that day, to somebody, to a dear friend, on a golden throne, Singhasan, you offer the Bhagavatam to somebody very dear to you. You will not take part in this material world anymore. Sometimes ago we did like that. I always had this Bhadra Purnima in mind to distribute the Bhagavatam set on that day. So sometimes it was successful. So this very glorious month, and then that day Vamana Dev appeared. But because the Lord's appearance and disappearance days are eternal, so actually every day could be an appearance day, so where we can glorify the Lord. The main thing is to glorify the Lord, and for a devotee, every day is a glorious day, is a Jayanti. As we heard, the day when the Lord appeared is known as Jayanti. Jayanti or Vijaya. Vijaya. When Krishna appears, that day, that time is considered Jayanti. That means glory and victory without end. And the time when Lord Vamanadev appeared, this is called Vijaya. Similar, also glorious day, victory day. Not victory day for nationalists or for a country, but the victory day of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because when the Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared, he doesn't come for a material purpose in general. Although it seems to be in this avatar as Vamanadev that he appears with some request of Aditi, the mother of the Devas, who had some trouble. She was very depressed because her sons lost their position in Svargaloka and of the three worlds because of some deviation of Indra, some offense. Sometimes Indra is committing some offense. So Aditi, she became very depressed. So she requested her husband Kashyapa, who was a very great sage, Kashyapa Muni, to tell her a means how the Lord will appear. So she understood nobody could help her. Hey Prabhu, no chanting during class. You don't have two heads. So she requested her husband to give her a process and a mantra how she could request the Supreme Lord, the Purusha, Mahapurusha, to appear, because she knew, because that the demigods know, but the demons don't know. The demigods know, and if I'm in trouble, even materially, it was a material problem that she had. She was in anxiety because of her sons losing their position in this material world. Svargaloka is still material world. It's not the spiritual sky. It's not Vaikuntha. So it's still a place where there is troubles, where there are difficulties, where there are attacks of the demons. So some problems are there. And these problems only one person can solve, that is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. So Aditi, she knew about that, and she asked her husband, please give me a process, a mantra, so that I can worship the Lord, so that he will be attracted to appear and do something. Do something, because she also knew it is not the Lord's plan that the heavenly planets are occupied by asuras. This is not bhakha, this is not proper. They have their own places, they should be peaceful there and happy there. in the places of Asura Lokas, underneath or in the subtle spheres of the material world, Patala, Talatala, Vitala, and so on. That's their place where they should reside. But nobody wants to be happy with one place. We always want to occupy more places, therefore we always want to expand. That's world history, always repeating itself again and again. One is never satisfied with whatever we have. So we always become greedy and eager to get more and more, in a legal or in illegal way. So that is everyone's motivation, material world. Therefore the material world is existing. So when the Lord appears, he first of all appears because of seems to be an external interest to satisfy the prayer of his devotee, person who is in trouble, to help and relieve that person from anxiety and do something. Therefore the Lord appears, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chadushkritam dharma samsapavardaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chadushkritam dharma samsapavardaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So he comes yuga after yuga, only in Kali Yuga not. In Kali Yuga he comes as Jana avatar, as devotee, as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But otherwise he is known as 3 yugas, he appears in 3 yugas. Although Vamanadev is not a yuga avatar, he is a lila avatar. Therefore he is in the Dasha avatar stotram of Jayadev Goswami, and he is on the list of incarnation, scheduled incarnation, given in the Bhagavatam first by Suta Goswami, 22 in numbers, in the first canto, 3rd chapter. And there's another description of Vamana avatar and all the avatars, 25 in numbers, by Brahma himself, narrating the avatars, listing the avatars to Narada Muni. So the Bhagavatam is actually full of avatar, katha. Isha Anu Katha. The 7th topic of Srimad Bhagavatam is Isha Anu Katha. That means the narrations of Isha, that means the avatar, and Anu, those who are followers, Anuga, who are followers of the Isha, that means the devotees. And for the whole Bhagavatam is full of narrations of beautiful stories, amazing stories we cannot find in history, modern history. Therefore we have to consult the Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam means the most glorious and amazing stories about Bhagavata. Bhagavata means the person, Supreme Person and his devotee. Both are Bhagavata. And the book where these two are described, the Supreme Person and the devotee, the 2 Bhagavatas, is called the Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavata Purana. And it is the most glorious one, the most glorified one of all the Vedic scriptures and the Puranas. Because in this Srimad Bhagavatam, from very beginning, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Chamadya Sayata, until the end, the verse describing how the Lord is glorified and worshipped by the Sankirtan Yagya. The very last word of the Srimad Bhagavatam. I maybe have it here. It's a 12th canto. Suta Goswami gives the conclusion. Beginning we heard already, Chamadya Sayata, verse, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Then, in the very end, Suta Goswami, 12, 13, 23. Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranamo Dukkha Shamanas Tam Namami Harim Param. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Lord Hari, the congregational chanting, Sankirtan, of whose holy name destroys all sinful reactions, and the offering of obeisances unto him relieves all material sufferings. So that's the very conclusion of the Srimad Bhagavatam. In the very beginning, it is the hint in the Mangala Charan, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Now it's the time that we worship Vasudev. And who is Vasudev? He is the origin of everything. He's the beginning, the middle, and the end. And nobody can see him, nobody can understand him with the material senses. Ataksi Krishna Namadi, Nabhave Kraim Indriyai, Sevomukhe Jivado, Svayam Eva Spuratyada. Therefore, not even the demigods can see the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, who is Adokshacha. Ada Aksha. That means he is not perceivable. We cannot see him with our material senses or eyes. You can have microscopic eyes, very good eyes, but you cannot see the super soul within the heart, even, although he's always with us. And we cannot see the Lord in his transcendental form, as Virat Rupa even. We cannot perceive it. Only the great transcendentalists, the yogis, they can perceive through meditation the universal form and see that form, everything in relation with the Supreme Lord. And we also cannot see the Parabrahman, the Supreme Lord, and his different avatars with our material eyes, because the Lord is Adokshacha. He is not visible or as understandable with our material senses. As the Padma Purana states, Ataksi Krishna Namadi, I already quoted, it is only possible if the senses become purified. Therefore, Aditi's senses have become purified. That makes the difference between Aditi, the demigoddess, and Mother Yashoda. Mother Yashoda, they didn't have to perform austerity that she could perceive the Lord and that Lord Krishna became her son. She is eternally the mother of Lord Krishna. But Devaki, and also we heard Aditi, they had a desire that the Lord will become their son, so they had to perform some austerities, some tapasya, following some rules and regulations, and to chant the holy name, offering different prayers to that Lord whom they would like to have as son. Sometimes there was a sage, I forgot his name, I think Atri Muni, in the 4th canto of Bhagavatam. He prayed to the Lord as Ishvara, Jagadishvara. So another name of the Lord is Jagadishvara. So he worshipped the Lord as Jagadishvara, the Lord of the universe. But then, three personalities appeared. 3 persons appeared. One was Dattatreya, he was a Shiva avatar. Other one was Soma, Brahma avatar, as a Brahma, Soma. Or the name of Brahma is Soma. And the other one was Durvasa. No, Dattatreya is actually a Vishnu avatar. Vishnu Dattatreya is mystic yogi. As a mystic he appeared. So these 3 forms, Guna avatars, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, they appeared before the sage. And the sage was asking, why 3 of you are coming? I was only praying to Jagadishvara, and then they told, which Jagadishvara you are calling? I don't know, we didn't know. So we thought all 3 of us will appear. So and then in this way, Atri Muni, through his wife Anasuya, he received 3 sons who became glorious as his descendants or sons of Atri Muni. It's described in the first chapter of 4th canto. But anyway, to come back to Vamanadev avatar, so Aditi, she became purified through her sadhana, through her chanting, so that the Lord appeared to fulfill also his mission, to protect the devotees and to annihilate the demoniac powers. But as we see in Vamana avatar, he didn't kill anyone. Other avatars, they used the weapons for killing, like Nrisimhadev, like Parusharam, very heavy. Ramachandra also. All these avatars. Matsya was also not killing, his tortoise incarnation. Vamana, fish incarnation, is Kurma, Matsya, like that. So they, and Vamanadev was also not killing. He only killed the demoniac propensity by applying a trick. It's possible to apply trick to bring somebody to Krishna consciousness. That's authorized by the Lord himself. So that one can use trick to bring people to Krishna. So the trick avatar is Vamana, although he's Leela avatar, he's a full-fledged avatar of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu Tattva. He was very beautiful, very attractive. Everyone who saw him, he was so charmed by the beauty of Vamana. Small, tiny brahmachari, brahmana boy, full of effulgence, of beauty. Vamana is incarnation of Bhagavan's beauty. He represents all the beauty of Lord Krishna also in his particular form to attract everyone, the demigods and the demons. So he became first of all beautiful, a brahmana, a brahmachari. Looks very beautiful because of his purity and of his tapas. Everyone who sees brahmachari completely pure is appearing like a sun, full of light, full of beauty. So Vamanadev appeared in such a mood, but in a very tiny form, as a dwarf. So nobody will have fear of him. That's also very interesting. He came as a dwarf, not as the universal form. The universal form is in him. All avatars are in him, because he's the Supreme Lord Narayana. Actually, the Lord always appears through Narayana, means through the Purusha. Kshirodakashai Vishnu. That's described in the third chapter of the first canto, Avatar chapter, the list of 22 avatars. There, Suta Goswami describes, before the Leela avatars or any avatar appears in this material world, he first creates the material world. He expands himself as from the Mahavishnu, Garbhodakashai Vishnu, and Kshirodakashai Vishnu. And actually through these Purushas, everything is coming to this material world, like a channel. The Purusha is like a channel, the Kshirodakashai Vishnu. He's the channel through whom all avatars from Vaikuntha are coming. They're not born. Because Krishna says, Achopi san avyayatma bhutanam ishvaro prisan prakritim svam adishtaya sambhavami atma mayaya. I'm not born. Achopi san avyayatma bhutanam ishvaro. And although I'm the Lord of all beings, I'm still coming to this material world. Whenever I come to this material world, I come through my atma mayaya, through my Svarup Shakti, through my internal energy. It's not Mahamaya. Mahamaya can create the conditioned souls' bodies, varieties of the bodies of the conditioned souls. But when the Lord appears, he has not a material body. And he appears, as described here, like a nata. Nata means actor. An actor on a dramatic stage. In the material world, we have many actors, but they always have to change dress to accept different moods and different occupations and activities. But the Supreme Lord is always the same person. And he accepts so many forms. Anantarupam. He has unlimited forms. And of these forms, the Dasha avatars, that means the Leela avatars given in the Dasha avatar Stotram and also in the Srimad Bhagavatam, they are most important. So the Lord appears out of his own sweet will, not by force, not by karma, on the request of his dear devotee, the demigods, they are Krishna's devotee. They are always approaching the Lord, so the Lord decided to appear in his transcendental form, not in the material form. He didn't appear as the universal form. He appeared as Leela avatar, accepting the form of a brahmachari. A brahmachari, a brahmana, is called Patu. Like Madhu Mangala in Krishna Leela. Another name of Madhu Mangala is Patu. Patu or Batu. That means Brahmana, Brahmachari. Krishna many times lovingly addressed Madhu Mangala as Patu. He had a nice belly because all the Brahmanas, they have a belly to eat because they have to eat so many sacrificial food. So Lord Vamana Dev, he came as a Vamana avatar. I don't know from him about a bigger belly. He was very attractive, most beautiful. He's actually not attracted to eat the food of the sacrifice. He actually is more attracted to eat the love, the offering of love and the devotion of a devotee. At this time, although he appeared to Aditi and Kashyapa as their son, as the 12th son. Aditi had 12 main sons who are all devatas. And Vamana Dev is the 12th one. 12 of Twadasa. Twadasa Aditya, the Putras, the 5 sons of the 12 sons of Aditi. So Vamana Dev, he chose Aditi's family to become the younger brother of Indradev, the god of heaven, to become his younger brother. Therefore, Indradev always had sympathy to his younger brother, Vamanadev, although he knew that he is the Supreme Lord. And he came for his interest to reinstall him in his position. So he's eternally thankful to Lord Vamanadev and his consort, Lakshmi Devi, an expansion of Vaikuntha Lakshmi, his wife of Vamanadev, who is always coming to the sacrificial offerings of Indradev in Svargaloka, staying there for some time, accepting some gifts, some oblations, and then he goes again to his residence. That's described in the Priha Bhagavatamrita by Sanatana Goswami in that way. The description how Vamanadev, together with Lakshmi Devi, Kirti, is always coming to Indra's court, to his assembly hall, to participate there on that function of yagya and giving Indra blessings every day. So Indra is very blessed and very happy that Upendra, his nice brother, who is very sympathetic to him, is always there giving him blessings. And he's very assured, because the Lord is here, no demon can attack me anymore. So So every devotee, every person should be convinced, as long as you have the Lord in your house, in your heart, in your house, and you worship Him, you glorify Him, reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam daily, chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra daily, nothing evil, nothing negative can influence that place. Only if that is not there, Bhagavad-Gita, Kirtan, deity worship, prasadam, like that. If that is not there, then the house will become a snake hole. Becomes not a place where one should live and choose to live. It's a dark place, an envious and jealous and angry place. So don't go to such a place. Only where devotion is taking place, that place we should live and we should choose to go. So Lord Vamanadev came as strict avatar in that form, although first he appeared in four-armed form as Vasudev, I mean Narayan, as we heard, as the Purusha, because the avatar, like Krishna, when Krishna appeared also first, he appeared as Vasudev, four-armed form. Then he appeared as a small baby on the request of mother and father, so that they could protect him. So the Lord always comes first through the Purusha avatar, because the Purusha, Kshiradakashai Vishnu, Vasudev, he is in charge for the material creation, for the maintenance. He's the beginning maintainer and the end of it. He's the everything. So he takes care that everything, the avatars are coming through him safely in this material world. But it's not that the avatar, like many think, avatar is coming from Vishnu or Purusha or from Narayana. It is, they only come through him to the material world, but they have their eternal individual existence. That's also described in the Bhagavad-Gita very nicely by Sanatana Goswami, that all the avatars, besides of Mohini Murti, although she also has a position, but in the material world, in the last level of the universe, on the level of Prakriti level, she is residing, but she has no transcendental position, Mohini Murti. She is not an avatar with eternal form in the spiritual world. She has not a Vaikuntha planet. But Vamanadev has Vaikuntha planet. Lord Nrsingadev has his own Vaikuntha planet. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Nrsinga, Ram Loka, they all have their Vaikuntha planets in the Paravyoma, in the spiritual world. So this spiritual world is full of Vishnu Murtis with their planets. 24 main planets are described in the Srimad Bhagavatam, where these forms are eternally residing together with their devotees. So, and the interesting thing, what we also learn from Bhagavatamrita by Sanatana Goswami, these incarnations and their devotees simultaneously exist in the spiritual world and also in the material world. So that means they are not limited with one body. They can have many different bodies. In the spiritual world, in the Goloka, in the Vaikuntha, in the heavenly planets, in the earthly planets, even in hell, hellish planets, Patala, Talatala, Vitala, Sutala. It is said now Bali Maharaj is residing in Sutala. And who is his gatekeeper? It is Vamanadev. Vamanadev is gatekeeper. So some may think, oh, why the Lord is taking that role as a chokidar, a gatekeeper of his own devotee. Normally the devotee should be the gatekeeper, the chokidar for the Lord. But here the Lord himself becomes the gatekeeper for his devotee. So some say it is because of Prahlad Maharaj. Sanatana Goswami says. Because Prahlad Maharaj was such a great devotee. And Bali Maharaj appeared in his family. And it's because of that it is that Vamanadev is taking care for the household of his own devotee. That's his great mercy. But Bali Maharaj says it is actually only Bali he says it's because of Prahlad Maharaj, and Prahlad Maharaj he says it is only because the Lord wants to keep my grandson captive in his place, so that he cannot go out of it, that he cannot escape and do nonsense again and to attack the universe. So that is Sanatana Goswami describing in Priya Bhagavatamrita, that it's very interesting how the different perspectives, one devotee humbly thinks, no, it is not my how say, Pritu, verdienst. It's not my credit. It's not due to my credit that the Lord is doing this service. And it even kicked even Ravana away, who wanted to attack him, you know. And Prahlad Maharaj says, no, it's not because of me. It's not because of me. Because when Narad Muni went to him glorifying him, oh, you are the greatest devotee. I was sent to you by other personalities, by Bali. So I came to you. But then Bali said, Prahlad Maharaj then said, no, it's not like that. I'm not the greatest devotee. It is, there are other greater personalities. And he only is doing this service to keep my son or grandson captive there in this material place, Sutala Loka. So anyway, the Lord came to take the land away from Bali Maharaj, first instance, because Bali, although he was a demon, king of the demons, Asuras, so he had to perform, the Asuras also perform yagyas, also perform sacrifices to get some material benefits and benedictions. They also follow Dharma. They know about the law of nature, how to keep in harmony, how to become prosperous and successful. Even the demons know. Only the modern demons, they don't know. Materialistic, they don't know how to behave properly, how to do yagya, how to follow sacrifice, how to perform sacrifice, and how to respect Brahminical culture. So this Bali Maharaj, he was also following this standard of Dharma, because very important, this ethic of Dharma to follow, this etiquette, and therefore he knew how to receive a guest who come to him during the yagya. Even if it is the Supreme Lord himself, even the Lord himself is coming as a Brahmana, as a Brahmachari. And he knew he comes not as my friend, he comes as my enemy, to take away all my possessions and for the interests of the Devas. And he did it. He surrendered. He surrendered everything to the lotus feet of Lord Vamanadev. Because the Lord came not as universal form, he didn't come as Vishnu, he didn't come with the weapons, because if the Lord would come like that, Vamanadev would not surrender unto him, he would fight with him, because he's a Kshatriya. Kshatriya, when they are challenged, they have to fight. But Vamanadev very intelligently didn't come in a challenging mood. He came in the mood of a humble, tiny, very sympathetic, beautiful Brahmana dwarf, Patu, Vamana, and he asked the king, only want to have 3 steps of land from you. What? Only 3 steps? I can give you a whole planet, and you don't have to beg anymore. Because Brahmanas, Brahmacharis, they beg, they can beg. And because he came as a beggar, Bali Maharaj didn't refuse. So that's the Lord's grace. He's not forcing to become devotee, he begs. Like Nityananda Prabhu. He was requested by Lord Chaitanya, go in every house together with Haridas Thakur and beg humbly, with a straw in the mouth, humbly request, please chant Hare Krishna, become a devotee of Krishna. And if they ask you, who is Krishna? Krishna is your mother, Krishna is your father, Krishna is the soul and the most valuable thing of your life. So, in this way, the Lord is begging, not forcing, because He wants to have our love, and the love is not attained by force, it's only attained by begging and reciprocation with the request of the person who comes and begs. So in this case, the Supreme Lord is the beggar, and we are the giver. And what you can give, not material donation, no palace, no planet, no universe, nothing in possession. You only ask for your love and your devotion. And in that is everything included. You can give Him everything. You can give Him your land, your family, your treasury, everything. But ultimately, the Lord is pleased if we are offering Him our love and devotion. Hare Krishna. I stop here. Yeah, time to stop. Any question maybe? Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sri Krishna Balaram ki, Sri Gaunitai ki, Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam ki jai, assembled devotees ki, Hare Krishna.
I was going to ask you a question.
No, I didn't know. Because the light was blinding me.
Krishna is very powerful. He says, if you chant one time His holy name, you're free from more sins than you can commit.
Hey, Aibol, sit down, listen. It's a question.
If you hear about the Lord's pastimes, you'll be liberated. If you hear about the Lord's pastimes, His incarnation, you'll be liberated. If you chant one name of the Lord, is more than what is the purpose of all this intense Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, all day long chanting. One time you chant, and why you got to go through so much complicated stories about this appearance, that appearance, this and that?
Okay, Prabhu. Very good question, like always. But my challenge to you is, okay, chant one time Hare Krishna, and you're ready to go back to the spiritual world, to Krishna, immediately? Huh?
Krishna's blessing.
No, you're ready to let go everything? I will not say, sorry, I still have my obligations, my family, about my job in New York, my money, I'm temple president here, they very much need me. I have to go to the spiritual world now, I can do better job here, because there I don't know what kind of job I will get. Then you may have so many, you will see if the time will come. Maybe intellectually reasonably, maybe we can find, because we still have the time now to think all kinds. Yes, of course I would go. But if the time really happened, then it's maybe a little tough to immediately give up and give your hands, both hands, to Krishna. Even Draupadi, and she was calling, she was first asking help from her husbands, from seniors. Nobody could help her. Then she was calling, only help she knew was Krishna ultimately. She called out Krishna with both arms. She gave up to protect herself and to have any hope for her protection from outside, from her family members and seniors, and by herself also now. And then Krishna came. He protected, he delivered the sari, unlimited, ananta.
So we have to keep chanting.
Yeah, because this keep chanting, it's true. One mantra, the Shastra says, Prabhupada told, we should not think this is an exaggeration, that one mantra. But the example is given from Ajamil, from the scripture, from the Bhagavatam 6th canto. Ajamil, he was in the time of death. He was in the last stage. Last stage. He had no family plan anymore. So, and he saw how these Yamadutas came, and he was very much afraid. And he called the name Narayan, Narayan. And although indirectly, the Lord came, the Vishnu Dutas came. And so therefore one mantra is already enough to deliver you. At the time, if you chant Ante Narayana Smriti, Etavan Sankhya Yoga Vyam Svadharma Parinishtaya Janmalabha Parampumsham Ante Narayana Smriti. And that's the main thing. In the end, to remember Narayan or Krishna. But to remember Narayan or Krishna, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that we can remember him in the time of death. We have to practice now and keep going until the end, all the time. Satatam Kirtayantamam. Agree? Surrender?
Yes, I'll take Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna.